Lots of buzz in the city's ethnic communities over the launch earlier this month of the Toronto Community Pages, Canada's first multicultural, multi-community business directory. Joining us now to tell us more is marketing manager Ahsan Rizvi. Welcome, Ahsan.
Thank you, Marian.
So tell me about this directory. How is it different from what's already out there?
What normally is the case in a city like Toronto, Marian, is that we have innumerable directories which are dedicated to specific communities, which is what has been happening in Toronto, being the major receiver of immigrants coming into the country. So you have Indians, you have Pakistanis, you have Chinese, you have Russians and Ukrainians. They all have their own specific yellow pages, so to say. What this directory does is that it creates a level playing field for all of them to be together in a single book, talking to each other, so sellers to buyers, buyers to sellers. So it's a single most important business sharing platform that we have created, spanning across all communities. That is what we do.
And where exactly did the idea come from?
The idea came from the province of Ontario itself, and the Premier as well as our government of Ontario has been talking about multiculturalism, and we felt that in order to give it a more practical shape, we must be doing something, and the idea was to kickstart a process of co-sharing information and creating more business opportunities for the business people in Toronto. So that's where the idea came from.
And you have it with you right there. If we were to flip through it, what can we find?
You will find a cross-section of different communities, people hailing from Indian sections, from Russian communities, from Canadian communities, and Jewish and Israeli people, all together in a single book, selling to each other, and not confined to just one's own community, which was the case till now.
And so how much, what kind of a response have you been getting so far?
Brilliant. The inaugural issue has been so beautifully received. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
And so, give me more of a specific idea of what kind of services people can find in here and why it was so necessary at this time.
It's like any other business book, Marian, like the Yellow Pages, for instance, or any other business book which has a lot of business information, people selling goods, people selling services and utilities. The only difference being that now we have mixed it up. In other words, it's an intermingling of cultures which you find. So services being offered by one community to sellers of to buyers of another community. And that is what makes it so interesting, because it's totally in sync with what Ontario stands for, multiculturalism.
So we've got this Toronto Community Pages. Any plans to make this even thicker, add some more to that?
Thicker, as well as go out of Toronto to Montreal to Quebec and other places and create similar models there as well.
Great, and where can people get the Toronto Community Pages? They are available
everywhere, all the major retail stores, cultural community centers, places of worship as well. So it's there everywhere. You just need to look for it and you'll find it.
And it's such a great idea. Is there anything else you want everyone to know as far as why they should get this directory?
The idea is that we have all come together as immigrants, and I'm an immigrant myself, and the idea is we have come to Canada to mix into the mainstream, and what better way to mix into the mainstream than to be a part of the Toronto Community Pages and create a very unified commercial platform, which is what the province and the country stands for.
Great, and did you want to add anything else?
That's it, Marian. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about TCP or Toronto Community Pages. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for joining us this Saturday afternoon, and good luck to you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And still to come, the aftermath of Hurricane Rita, now a tropical storm. You're watching CP24.